Okay, everyone, welcome to this Zoom class today. My name is Carol Ann Boyd, and this is actually the first time I've done this, so be patient with me, please, and forgiving, I hope. I've been a part of doTERRA for about 6 years, 7 actually, I think now. I was one of the, I guess, first group, well, not the first group, but I came in when doTERRA was very new, and the reason I switched to doTERRA, I had been using essential oils for many, many years. A friend had introduced them to me probably 25 years ago, and I used them with great success, but I always felt that we should be able to use them internally. The brand I was using was only topically, and I did find good results, but when I found out that doTERRA, you could use them internally, that's all it took for me. I was sold and have been using them ever since and loving them. And my passion, my other passion besides essential oils is nutrition. I am a holistic nutrition coach and have been practicing that for a few years now and absolutely love it. So I'm excited about this class today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I just realized I didn't pull up my PowerPoint. So I'm going to put you on pause just for a minute and I'm going to pull that up. Okay, I am so sorry about that. All right, let's go to the PowerPoint. Let's see. I'll share my screen with you. Okay. Okay, so we're going to talk about essential oils with food and drink. And some people might call this class cooking with essential oils. But in reality, we don't necessarily want to cook with them. We want to add them to our foods. But when we actually bake them and expose them to the heat, it diminishes the quality. The flavor will be great, but we're going to talk about adding them to our food. But first, we want to talk about the cause. Did you know that the cause of almost all dysfunction, disorder, and disease is lack of nutrition? We need whole food nutrients, and we need to eat a whole foods diet. And I know you've heard this probably a million times, but it's true. And when you start eating whole foods, it really tastes good to you. It's what your body needs, and the more you eat it, your body will crave it. We also need to do cleansing, consistent cleansing. There's too much toxicity in our food. Even a whole foods diet, if we're not eating organic or growing our own, there's pesticides, there's antibiotics, things that are added to our food. So we need to cleanse regularly. And essential oils is a great way to do that. We've talked about, in our Cleanse and Restore class, we've talked about the 7 channels of elimination before. And the primary channels, we'll just do a quick review here, are the liver, the colon, the kidneys. The secondary channels are the skin, the lungs, the blood, and lymphatics. And again, essential oils is a great way to help support our body's natural process. That's one thing I love about essential oils, is it goes to the cellular level. It's not replacing anything, but it's supporting. It is supporting our body. Sometimes medication, often medication, will act in place of our body's natural response, and our body gets lazy in it, or it doesn't know how to function the way it was meant to. But the essential oils help support our bodies to eliminate and function the way that they should. Let's talk about foods with essential oils. Smoothies is a great way to add essential oils. Get essential oils in your food. Every morning we do a green smoothie. greens, some protein powder. Love the doTERRA's protein powder. Um, and some fruit to add some fiber and a little bit of sweetness to it, and then always essential oil. Sometimes I add cinnamon. Cinnamon has good fat burning properties to it. Or the citrus. We love the citrus oils. Lime, lemon, grapefruit. And often I'll add the Slim and Sassy because it has the cinnamon in it. It also has citrus in it. And it's a little bit of an appetite suppressant, so I'll add the Slim and Sassy essential oil to that. Of course, salad. Salad is always a great staple. Salsa, my family loves it when I add essential oils to the salsa. Sometimes I forget and they say, Mom, what's missing? What you forgot to add something. I like lime and maybe a little bit of cilantro essential oil in our salsa. Guacamole, good healthy fat. Hummus, great way to flavor your hummus. And your meat and your soups that you're cooking, you can add the essential oils to the marinade and to your soups after it's just before serving. More salads and great snacks. And we're going to talk more about these in a little bit. Okay, as we talked about, we want to start with whole foods. And adding essential oils, really, I feel like I'm kind of a gourmet cook. I like to play with it a little bit. But whole foods is really the key here. I wanted you to look at this food pyramid. Now, if you've looked at the government food pyramid, back when I was in school, just in grade school, high school, if you remember, at the bottom of the pyramid was grains. That's what we were taught was the staple of our diet was grains. And now a lot of our natural health and holistic practitioners, they've created a different food pyramid. Healthy veggies and fat should be our basis. That should be our foundation for food. You want to get a minimum of 4 servings of vegetables every day. That's a very minimum. Much more if you can. It's really not that difficult to do. If you do a smoothie in the morning, or sometimes I'll saute some vegetables, peppers, onions, mushrooms, and add some spinach there at the end, and then I'll fry an egg in some healthy fat, and that's a great way to get vegetables and protein. Also, omelets, eggs are with vegetables. It's a great way to start your day. You might wonder what a healthy fat means. We've been taught for years and years now that we need to eat a low-fat diet, but our naturopath and holistic healthcare practitioners are finding, even in your mainstream medical community, healthy fats really are important for our bodies. First of all, it gives our brain energy. It helps our organs to function as they should. It is filling, so we can go longer in between meals and not feel like we have to eat every 3 hours. That used to be the guideline, and it's not so anymore. It's too taxing on our digestive system. So the healthy fats are really help sustain us. Coconut oil, coconut milk, as long as it comes from the can, and you want the full fat coconut milk. Olive oil is great. You just don't want to heat that too high. I really like the avocado oil. I get the big jar at Costco, and that stands the heat much better than the olive oil. I do use olive oil, the virgin organic olive oil, in my dressings, and I might do some low roasting, some low temp roasting with that. Raw nuts are a great fat. Avocado. Like I said, eggs, coconut oil. If you want to cook with coconut oil, it stands the high temps, and it's really, really good for you. Raw and organic, even butter is if you do grass-fed butter, I really like the Kerrygold. You can find it almost anywhere. You can get it at Costco, but also the grocery stores have it. It comes in a gold wrapping, and it tastes just like butter, even better. And the reason it's better for you is because it comes from grass-fed cows. Protein. Grass-fed organic meat and poultry is the best. Your wild caught fish, salmon, any of your wild caught fish is really good for you. And even some raw organic dairy. I'm not a huge proponent on dairy because a lot of people don't tolerate it well, but if you do tolerate it and you love it, I love cheese. I don't eat a whole lot of it, but when I do, it's raw organic cheese, and you can find that at Sprouts, and it's not that much more expensive, and it's delicious. A couple years ago, I went to Australia. My husband served a mission for our church there, and my sister actually married an Australian, so we went back, and I noticed that none of their cheese was yellow. And I asked, someone about it, and they said, cheese is naturally white. Why do Americans add coloring to it to make it yellow? And I thought about that, and they were so right. We add coloring to make our cheese yellow. And it was some of the best cheese I'd ever had. So ever since then, I don't eat yellow cheese. I love cheddar cheese, but I get the raw organic, which is white. Grains and sugar, let's talk about fruits. Fruits are great for it. They're good for us, but we don't need to eat it as often as we think we do. We want to consume it in moderation. So we want to. Some people love. Some people love fruit, and so I tell them, okay, if your insulin is high or you're on a high, they're trying to lose weight, just 2 servings a day is all. Some people don't like fruit, and I'm okay with that. You don't have to eat fruit, but you want to consume fruit in moderation. Someone just asked me about legumes in the protein. Legumes they are a good source of protein. For somebody that has high insulin or they're trying to lose weight, you want to eat that in moderation as well. So that's why it's not in the protein category. It kind of goes up with the grains and the sugars, even though legumes aren't considered a grain. You want to eat them in moderation. I recommend people that are trying to lose weight or overcome, they're struggling with some disease. I just recommend eating the legumes a few times a week. So thank you for that question, though. And then at the top of the pyramid is grains and sugars. The complex carbs, bread, cereal, pasta, potatoes, very high starch, corn is high starch, in moderation. Some people cut it out of their diet completely for a time if they're trying to reach a weight loss goal, or again, they're struggling, they're trying to fight off disease. They'll eliminate that completely for a time, and that's okay. Okay, let's move on. So, the step 2, after you've made your food and you figured out what you're going to eat, so how are you going to add the essential oils? First of all, you want to look at the supplement facts. Anything that has a label, any essential oil that has a label on it is considered food grade, and you can add it to your oils or to your food. I'm sorry. So you'll want to look at that, and here's a whole list of a bunch of them, and I'm sure there's more that have the food label, but that's important, the supplement fact. What are the benefits of adding the oils to your food? First of all, it cleanses your organs. I have my water bottle here. It's stainless steel. I think you've probably heard that you always want either glass to put essential oils in water that's either in a glass container or stainless steel, because if we put it in our plastic water bottles that we buy at Costco or even the sport bottles, the oils will break down that plastic, and then the chemicals from the plastic will leach into your water, and you certainly don't want to be drinking that. So every day, when I fill up my water bottle, I add a citrus oil to it, either lemon, lime, orange, or Slim and Sassy. That's my preference. And every time I fill it up, if I'm doing a hearty cleanse, I'm really detoxing, then every time I put water in there, I'll put an essential oil. Otherwise, I'll do it once or twice during the day, just kind of for maintenance. But it cleanses out, it flushes out our organs. It also improves digestion, stimulates metabolism. Love the Slim and Sassy for that. The citrus oils all are really good for stimulating metabolism. Creates internal support, like we talked about, increases our antioxidants, builds our immunity, it raises our energy, and the best part, especially for our families, is it adds really good flavor to our foods. I wanted to share this quote with you. The food you eat can either be the safest and most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison. So think about that the next time you're really hungry and wanting to go through a drive-through fast food. I'm so grateful that the community, at least the community that I live in, they're coming around. There are some healthy fast food options. One of my favorites is Salad and Go. It's a really good option if you have to eat out, or if you are on the road and don't have time to go home and make your own. But think about this as you're shopping, as you're eating out. Food really is medicine and can really make a difference in the diseases that our body is trying to fight off, but also in how we feel, what our energy level is like. Let's talk about the citrus essential oils. They're alkalizing, and there's a lot. We could do a whole class on alkalizing, how important it is for our bodies to be at a good pH level. They're cleansing, they're purifying. Again, they're energizing. All of us are looking for that energy. That's why energy drinks are a multi-million-dollar business, because all of us are looking for that. But we all know that's not the best way. It's not a good way at all to get energy, but the essential oils can really help with that. Help reduce stress, cellulite, melt the cellulite off of our bodies. They're stimulating, invigorating it. They're diuretic. It helps to flush water and fluid out of our body. Antioxidants, again, antiviral, and basically they restore health and well-being. One of the things I really recommend my patients to do for cleansing is intermittent fasting. Again, we could do a whole class on that, so I'll just kind of touch on it. But basically, it's fasting a minimum of 12 hours with as much as 24 in a 24-hour period. So what that does for our bodies, most of the time, most of us fast at least 12 hours because we're sleeping, unless we're eating really late at night, or late night snackers, and then we get up at 5 or 6 and want to eat breakfast first off. Most of us can fast 12 hours. And what that does for our bodies, it allows our bodies to rest. It allows our bodies to recharge and to focus on just the basic function of keeping us alive and keeping us healthy. And the longer we can extend that fast, the more benefit our body, the more time our body has to work on whatever issues you might be dealing with. Maybe you have a disease and it's trying to fight off, help heal and repair. Maybe you're getting a cold, or you have a cold. It's building up your immunity, and it can, if it's not digesting food all the time, it can focus on helping our bodies to heal. And it also gives our digestion a rest. You've heard that the gut is the second brain. Our digestion has so much to do with the rest of our body, the function of the rest of our body. And fasting gives our bodies, our digestive system, a chance to rest and restore and recoup. So you always want to fast with water when you're doing this kind of fasting. It's very different from a religious fast. You want to drink lots and lots of water because, again, it will help your body to, as it's healing and repairing, you need to flush those toxins out as it's cleansing. And water is the very best way to do that. You can even add some salt to your water if you're feeling a little weak or lightheaded. The pink Himalayan sea salt is the best. Just like 1/8 of a teaspoon and a little bit of water will help restore those feelings of weakness or lightheadedness. And you'll notice that when the first time you fast, you do, let's say you do a 16-hour fast, you'll notice a little bit of weakness, maybe in lightheaded and hungry, similar to when we do a religious fast. But the more often you do that, the more your body becomes accustomed to that, and it's actually very energizing. But I love the essential oils for fasting. I'll do a 24-hour fast in a row sometimes, and what that means is I'll eat dinner. Let's say tonight I ate dinner at 6 o'clock. So I would fast until 6 o'clock tomorrow night, have a good healthy meal with lots of veggies, protein, healthy fat, and then I would fast another 24 hours. And then again, eat a good healthy meal. Well, sometimes in between, I get hungry. My energy is low, so I'll add a few drops of this lemon sassy, and that sustains me. And then I'll still use the lemon or lime citrus oils to help my body cleanse and detox. So fasting is a great way to help your body function as it should and to heal if you're needing that. The herbal essential oils, they're great for supporting our immune system and our digestive system. Respiratory, organ, mental, they're stimulating as well, nourishing, and again, they're very good for our bodies. And all these oils have the food label, so you can ingest them. I would start with 1 drop. Some of them are stronger than others, and some of them, my kids I have a hard time getting them to ingest the oregano. But if I put some other oils in there, then usually they're pretty good with that. The metabolic and digestive essential oils, they aid in digestion again. They support our bowel. Most of you have probably heard of the leaky gut issue that many of us have. Many people struggle with that, and these essential oils really focus on supporting the digestive system. It supports the kidneys and our metabolic balancing, all of that, and even help with gas. This is flatulent reducing. The ginger is great for that, but also the digest then blend. Our immunity oils. You can see these here: On Guard, oregano, lemon, clove. All the citrus oils are great for immunity, help balance our blood sugar. Many of us need that. They're cleansing, stimulating, again, antiviral, antibacterial, and antioxidants. I have done a little bit of studying on the importance of antioxidants for our body and our environment. If we can really power up on the antioxidants, we can do a lot to prevent diseases in our bodies. And clove is a great essential oil for that, but all of these oils are too. Okay, other oils that are really good for us. We can use them internally, but they don't taste very good. So I would put a little drop on your tongue maybe instead of adding it to your food or water. But they are very beneficial internally as well as topically. Okay, so let's talk about how we can add the essential oils to our foods without cooking. So when you're making dressings, there's a lot of good recipes out there that are whole made from natural foods that are healthy for you. Add the essential oils to your dressings. Smoothies, we already talked about that. Frozen desserts, Erlene has a great frozen ice dessert that she adds essential oils to that's so tasty. Obviously, salsas and dips. For your baked goods and your grilled meats, again, it'll give great flavor, but the qualities are diminished a little bit when you heat them up. For soups and hot drinks, just add before serving. One of my favorite recipes, and I was going to put this together for you and I forgot, but you can email me if you want some recipes from me. But I make my own hot chocolate. I use canned coconut milk, and then I'll also use some almond milk, some raw cacao, and some honey and a little bit of stevia, and then I heat that up. I make a big batch of it. I heat it up in the morning not necessarily in the summer, but on a cold winter morning, and then I'll add peppermint, a drop, just actually not even a full drop to my mug. I'll just add a toothpick for it, just in the toothpick method, I should say. And if you're not familiar with that, you just put a toothpick in the end of your bottle of peppermint oil or whatever essential oil, and turn it upside down for a minute, and then stir it into your drink, and it adds just a little bit of flavor, and it's delicious. And even I use this recipe even in the summer because I'll use it for a chocolate smoothie, and I'll add some protein powder to it. So here's some ideas. This orange vanilla ice, again, if you want recipes, let us know. We can send them out to you. The butternut squash soup, some of your herbal essential oils are really tasty in the butternut squash. I did put this recipe on the slide for you. This is one of my very favorite. Every time I have a class or a party, whether it's essential oil class or a nutrition class, or often I combine them, I serve this, and everybody asks me for the recipe. So you need to try it. It's delicious. You want raw cashews because the roasted nuts, any nuts you want raw, because when they roast them, they use very unhealthy vegetable oil. You can roast them yourself. I wouldn't recommend it for this recipe, but just for a snack, you can roast nuts yourself with coconut oil or avocado oil, and just sprinkle some sea salt on it. It's a great snack. But you always want to buy raw nuts. It's much better for you. The coconut cream, get the canned coconut cream that you find in the Asian section and chill it first. And you want the full fat. Don't get the low fat. The fat in coconut milk is very, very good for you. But you're going to chill it first so you can get the cream. You want the cream for this recipe that comes to the top. Anyway, it's great with fruit. My family loves it, and I even I took it on a trip with some friends, and I didn't say what it was. I just put it out on the table, and it was literally gone in 10 minutes. It's a great recipe. Plain and cheesy kale chips, Mexican salad, corn, black beans, chopped tomatoes, chopped avocado with some romaine. You can add some protein to this or not, some grilled chicken or salmon if you want, and some salsa as a dressing, or a good cilantro lime vinaigrette dressing is really tasty with this. And here's some other ideas for that you can, kind of what we talked about, but get creative. Go on the internet, go on Pinterest. There's lots of recipes out there that include essential oils, and I challenge you to do it. It's a great way to get the benefits of essential oils, especially for our families, and there's no added time to it. It just takes a couple of extra seconds even to add it, but it will add a lot of flavor and a lot of benefits. Okay, let's talk about the best way to get your essential oils. If you don't have a wholesale account yet, you can talk to whoever invited you to this class or one of your team leaders, and they can tell you how to get one. But if you do have one, the Loyalty Rewards program really is the best way to get your essential oils. and other supplements from doTERRA and their spa line, their body products. But the reason the Loyalty Rewards program is so beneficial is in the first 1 to 3 months of being on the Loyalty Rewards program, you get 10% back. So if you place a $100 order, you're going to have $10 in reward points that you can use to buy products. I've been doing it for a few years now, so every time I place an order, I get the 30%, and it really is beneficial. It adds up quick. It's just like a little bit of money is going into a savings account for you to use essential oils. And we all know that when we can prevent disease and when we can support our body in healing itself, we save a lot of money with healthcare. If we don't have to go to the doctor as often or take as many prescription medications, we're saving a lot of money, and it's so much better for your body. So this is you also get shipping rewards. I'm on the shipping option of $6.99 every time an order is sent out, and I get that money back, but only when I order on Loyalty Rewards. If I do a standard wholesale order, I don't get the shipping benefit. So anyway, this is a really great way to get your essential oils, and there's some, you can go on doTERRA's website and they can explain it even more in detail than I do, or you can talk to any one of your leaders, or you can email me and I'll explain it better for you. Simple ways to share essential oils. Use them every day yourself, because then you have your own testimonials. Spend time educating yourself every day, like these Zoom classes, webinars, team calls. Just spend some time every day educating yourself about essential oils. The tip that probably the best tip I can give you that works the best for me is look for opportunities to serve other people. When we're truly in a mentality of service and serving others, people sense that. They sense your genuine care and concern for them, and they'll listen to you. If they feel like you're just trying to shove something down their throat and it's another sales pitch, you know how you feel when people do that to you. So look for people to serve and take that opportunity. Okay, so I am going to stop sharing my screen now, and we are about out of time, but I'm going to unmute everyone, and in case anybody has any questions. Let's see. Okay, so if you have any questions, we just have a few minutes. I'd be happy to answer what I can. Anybody have any questions? Well, it looks like it's just Becky and Erlene and I right now. And Becky, you said your mic isn't working, so okay, I see your email. Okay, I'll send you some recipes for sure. Becky, I'd be happy to do that. Okay, I'm going to